I woke up feeling like I really don't belong. I can't explain it. When I close my eyes, I see a strange reality. Am I dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? You wake up feeling like you really don't belong. You can't explain it, that when you close your eyes you see familiarity. Are you dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? Okay, the microphone is back on. The desktop is off. The mouse is out of my way. So, we are seeing spots here. Okay, so the base of this, we're going to start with what we've got the most of, because this is going to be a larger project than usual. I have a new dress. It's got a busy pattern. I need a purse for it that's not busy. When you have a busy pattern and you want your accessories to stand out, well, they shouldn't blend in or be so busy that you don't notice the coolness of your accessory. I mean, that is my philosophy. That's because I'm making the accessory. As far as actual style people, I don't know what they would have to say about that. The beauty in this is going to be the simplicity, but also the texture. This has the underside, I'll show you the bulk of it. It is a really nice merino. But it's not like a 16 to 19 micron. Okay. I made a mess of that, didn't I? Here. Make it even smaller. Hello, dear. How are you? Can't really see the phone right now. I feel like a big boy online. I'm not sure what that means. Were you temporarily younger? I can hardly see it. I still don't see a cannabis leaf. That's actually medicine, and they will not show that. They're such chicken shits. Out of touch. So you're not feeling good, or you're feeling better because of your concoction. I just told another streamer who lost his voice about fisherman's. It sounds like I need one. Fisherman's Friend lozenges. It's like cheap and one of the best things on the market. In real life, I'm having regular Irish breakfast tea and water with a touch of lemon. Our thermometer has run the gamut today. We had freezing temperatures, literally freeze warnings and all that this morning, but the day before was 80 degrees. So I'm guessing that Mother Nature is going through perimenopause. Oh, mold allergies. Did you wash your sinuses out with some saline solution? Everybody should have that on hand. We have tree pollen now starting up. I put a piece of paper in front of my bedroom window, and if it's green when I go back in there, I have to close up the windows and turn on my air purifier. You know how cars get covered in pollen? That's what my apartment was like last year. Even under the bed. Green. I'm actually less allergic now than I was when I was younger. Nevertheless, it's not pleasant. Oh, that's rough. It's getting harder and harder to get away without the masks out there. There's just too much stuff in the air anymore, you know. It's not like the old days when dirt was cleaner and eating it was actually a prescription for malnourishment. Now it's full of all kinds of pollutants you can't go near. Out in Rhode Island, we were walking the dogs out in the woods. Beautiful area. And it had some swampy areas. And one day, the colors caught our eyes. Sun sparkling off something over there. We got close and it turned out that there was oil floating all over the water. And because of the wildlife and growth around it, it was very colorful. We actually got pictures and did some paintings from that. And if you don't know what you're looking at, it's gorgeous. And if you know what you're looking at, it's sad. Like how and why? Why are we seeing oil slicks in the middle of the damn woods? And later on, the land that we walked was sold. And we went back to see what was going on it, because they were excavating, because they're going to put a bank hangout, I don't know, some kind of training corporate center in the middle of this beautiful wooded area, and dried up the pond and all that with the ducks and a very old snapping turtle. So we went back to look at it, and it turned out that that was a landfill. And the woods had grown up on top of the landfill. So when we were seeing oil, it was rising from the landfill. Terrible thing to do to land. Of course, it stopped production for a little while because they were not expecting to have to clean up the land before they built on it. Oh, do they? I didn't know that about the... I know that it's a nice dark black tea that has a malty kind of a flavor to it. And the English breakfast tea is just as strong, but it's got more of a honey flavor to it, and I don't like honey. So I don't like English breakfast tea. I do like malt, excuse me. And I lived in Rhode Island for 6 years. It's my neighboring state now. I loved it as an adult. When I was younger, Rhode Island was more political in the favor of the mafia. I don't know. It's hard to really define it safely. It's wonderful now. I'm very fond of Senator Whitehouse, who I voted for when I was living there, but now I can just admire him as a statesman from afar. I have to say that moving all over the country, although I hated doing the actual moving, I am really one of those people that like to get settled and stay there. And there were places I did. A decade here, 17 years there. But I feel very fortunate that I got to experience different areas of this country the way that I did. And not just passing by or spending a vacation, because you really don't learn a lot from those experiences. You know, you learn what the touristy stuff is, no doubt. The highlights, I suppose. Living there, you know, living in a place, you get more of an understanding of how things develop there and why. Things change. I lived in this town 50 years ago, and honestly, there was just nothing to do here, and there's even less now. Well, they're trying to make things happen. It's just this is a bad time politically for the progressive feel that this was developing. So I'd like to be part of that, Except I can't get out anymore, so, you know, limited engagement. Nevertheless, it is an artistic community, and they are working to get the cultural stuff going here more. There we go again. Hey, when I lived there 50 years ago, I was very glad to move away from it. Seriously. It's like, there is not enough happening here, and where it is happening, it's not the kind of happening I want to be involved with. So I moved to a much bigger town. I had more of a music scene going on, so I could build my own career. If you're ever going to Rhode Island, although it is a tourist trap in many ways, and the trick with tourist traps is don't eat at the tourist trap. Just like in Paris, do not eat right around the major attractions. Go to the side streets, go to the smaller places, go see where the natives go. You'll pay less money, you'll get better service, you'll get better quality, everything. So it's the same with Newport, it's the same with Mystic. Although Mystic does have mainstream, on a main street, they've got one of the best restaurants around. And I do love to eat there when I can. But that is not often. But Connecticut and Rhode Island are really beautiful states. And here in Connecticut, they have been doing a little bit more because of the casinos to support natives and their culture. Like when I first lived here, there was what we called the Indian Museum, because it covered, I think, 2 different tribes, maybe 3. And at that time, all those years ago, it was just literally a little house. I mean, like a little old colonial kind of a house in a strange intersection. It's like, where the hell do you park to go into this little teeny museum? And then they finally got a real museum, and they are really good at getting people to go to it now because they have it as the end of the zip ride. There's a zip line ride at Foxwood Casino, and it ends 1 mile away in the backyard of the museum. So you can stand there and just take a shuttle back to the casino, or you can go ahead and check out the museum while you're there, which of course we did. It was so much bigger than the original. I mean, whoa, a big modern building. That was nice to see. No, I don't touch Instagram or Facebook. No, social media is being pushed more by AI than it is by humans. It's bullshit, and I won't support it. I only go on Blue Sky, honestly. It's the only one I'll have any truck with at all. Social media is an obsession mostly for young people and trolls. People who need their opinion to be seen and heard as if it counts more than anybody else's. I find that just too annoying. It's all, look at me, look at me, look at me. Which is funny for someone on a camera like I am now. But you know, I've been doing this for 18 years and I don't advertise and I don't care. I'm not in it for the money and I'm not in it for the attention. I'm here for how and I can serve, how I serve. And so I'm here when I'm called to serve. Didn't catch my drift there. Other than that, I just spend my time creating things that are beautiful. Grannies are obsessed with IG and grannies? Are you kidding me? Well, I can see with those ones who started long ago to show off the grandkids. Yeah. I look at it as an archive. So if I see something, see, I had to keep my page. I blacked it out and deleted all but my dead friends. I left the dead friends on because I don't want Facebook to be able to use my contacts or friends as advertising fuel or data. But if I see something I think should be historically remembered, I post it on Facebook. That way I'm able to keep the games that I started years ago because they're freaking connected to Facebook. I tried to get them off and there was no way. I'll lose years of work. I really would like not to do that. But with one game I'm getting real close. Well, when my Galaxy, who just merged their contacts and everything else with Google, and I lost privacy rights to, I was shocked. I mean, it was like my computer got taken over. I suddenly, to get into Amazon to look at the movies I already own, I'm not in Prime anymore, I stopped it. I had to sign in with the PIN for my phone. How did they get that? Like, oh, Google is now connected with Samsung in a big loss of privacy way. So I had to go back and like the first thing to do is like they took away our contact information stuff. So I've got all these contacts that disappeared and others like they're there but their faces are gone. It's like we have to use Google Messenger now because we can't use the Samsung Messenger anymore because it's now a Google product on my phone. So when it's time to replace this phone, which hopefully will not be right away because I don't have any money to spend on that kind of thing. The next one is going to be a $200 flip phone and not a smartphone. We're going to disconnect yeah. Oh, I know they're on smartphones for sure. I'm an elder. You know what? I think I want the color top to be going this way. So now we have to do something I wasn't planning on. Crapola. minute. That's not going to work, is it? I wanted to get a particularly smooth look in the front, and I like that better when I can lay the wool out horizontally. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, that will work right there. We'll go that away. But this is kind of thin feeling. And this is going to be the bottom. We can't let that be. So I'll put a little bit more on the bottom there. Yes, they are obnoxious, and I don't even know how they're legal. I'm getting all this, like, how do you know this? How dare you demand my phone, my personal phone information to sign into Amazon to watch the movies I have to stream from there. When I say have to is because I don't have them all downloaded. I own them, but yeah, they're not downloaded. This is going to be very thick on the bottom, but it is a purse, and the bottom has to be safe. Yeah, this is a different pattern, and it's bigger because the stuff shrinks as you work on it. Okay. Wow. I'm just going to say that's pretty much the same color, but this is merino. I'll be damned. We got the same honey color, but these are two different kinds of wool. I am impressed, but I'm not going to mix them just in case. We're going to leave that there. I'm making a purse to match every dress that I own that has no pockets. I hate that men design women's clothes to be so freaking useless. Like, they don't even talk to women at all. Don't you know what we want? No, I'm pretty good right now. I used a little medication before going live. I thought about taking a pill, but if I can hold off doing that, I prefer to. Now, as I said, the pattern on the dress is busy, so the purse has to be simple. I want it to be about color and shape and texture, but we don't want to be busy. Hey, you. Making quite a mess there. That is like silk. That's beautiful. But you're not supposed to be doing that at this point. Okay, I'll just throw you here and you'll make some unusual lines. That'll look cool. Now I got some special fibers. And I played with them yesterday to see what they would do. And they are fun. And some of them came in this package. This is sari silk and viscose and other stuff. But I don't want those colors. I already pulled out the viscose that I want to use. And we have, for the last part of it, I'm going to make this tree. We have the chocolate brown. Microdosing caffeine. That's not a bad idea. I don't know what you mean by microdosing gummies, because right now they're averaging, what, 4 milligrams? They're not very strong as a single gummy. I found some I really like that I can handle for the daytime without it knocking me out, and that is, I think it's live resin pina colada. 20-minute action instead of waiting to see how long it takes to hit it. Oh, okay. Well, if you have a little caffeine with that, that'll amp it up. Good thinking. Not many people realize that. That was the secret to Midol. I see a piece of grass in that. Now I only bought 1 ounce of each color except for turquoise because I was already planning on doing something with turquoise. So I got 2 ounces of that. So I'm learning how far, excuse me, an ounce goes to create wearable art. Now this was sold as merino, but if it is, it's definitely a larger micron size than preferred. I have found the most delightful size is between 16 and 19 microns. It just melts together. It's just absolutely beautiful to work with. You end up with such a silky product. My flower purse is so much softer than my first 2 bags that I made with this as the foundation. Yum, yum. Okay. Now this stuff came as a sample for needle felting. They don't really care when they just bunch it all up into a little bag. Okay, let's pull out some pumpkin. Playing with this stuff has just made me want to buy a whole bunch more in different colors. This is viscose. It is shiny and silky, and it doesn't felt on its own. It is an effect fiber that has to be battened down. With wool. Making my nose itch. All right. Oh, do I want to use brown? No, actually, I want to use black silk. That's right. The dress is deceptive. It uses these colors, but then the trees are actually drawn with a blued black, almost like an India ink. So what I need is my black silk. And that's this. Ooh. Let's put you away before you spill. Okay. Thank you. Ooh. White. Wow. I can't even describe how this feels. It's like cobwebs, just so delicate and soft. Well, we are going to be making a tree. Now, I think the easiest way to work with this is going to be, move that over, I just got it wet, and now it's going to have to dry before I put it away. We have to wet the whole thing down. Alright, now we make rude noises with our plunger. I like the suds. Okay, let's get started. And gently pressing from the center outward. Removing stray hairs as one must. Dampening and everything, getting it to lay flat and start to stick together. Gradually working all the air between the layers out. Oh, get over there, you're not ready to flip. Those are the parts that have to go over to the other side. No. It doesn't take much for those hairs to just go flying around and messing up a design. Okay, so before we go too crazy, make sure everything is flat. there. We got to transfer you the hard way. All right. I don't have two matching pieces. Here, come back up. I'm going to have to completely redesign this table, not this. Now, the design's only going on one side, so this side is going to be a lot faster to put together. This is the back side. We're going to, I think we're going to utilize the work I did yesterday. Because it's already felted. Well, no. We are going to just build up the colors back up over this. We don't need to bring the black up the back there. So let's get a layer of the heavy stuff down, because this will add, this will pucker up. This will help make a nice texture, which is what makes felting so interesting. The different textures you can get as you create wool cloth. Let's see. Cross, down, cross, right. We'll do it this way. Don't travel, just stay put. Well, you must be feeling pretty good by now, Sancho. Cooperate. Having a hard time seeing the white on white. I have to keep that in mind next time I make. I've got to look for more plastic that I can use as a resist. So long. The fibers. So who's still awake? Come on now. Loosen up. You all fill out. Nodding on a sunny day. We're getting there. have wool. Yeah, I think I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache from looking down. Let's smooth that up a little better. Must be getting tired. Not really. But I do have another project I have to get back to. And that is Gloria. I'm out of Gloria paintings. I need to make some more. Actually, you can go right there. You can go right there. All right. Let's toss in a little of this. This is so much softer. I don't know why. Ah, break you up a little. Okay. Side number 2. Wait a second. Oh, this stuff is so tricky. Well, we're going to find out in a minute. We've got to pick away some of the colors that transferred from a previous work. Come on, pink. We don't need you here. Now, this does help me understand why colors do get mixed up in factories more than you expect. Like that. Well, that to get a little one thread out. No, we definitely do not want to mix our colors there. So let's see. Okay, we're going to have to bring some more color over on this side. Oh my goodness, we got carried away. It has long hair. Okay, this is tricky to play with, isn't it? Oh, you get back there. Let's squash you down. Let's see, an hour and a half so far. Get a little fancier with you. No problem. This is the easygoing part. Sancho had a little microdose and passed out. Where are you? All right. And now we must do this the other easy way. One thing I forgot, to put the towel down. Okay, well, we're going to have to do that because it's going to start getting foamier as we go. So first, let me put all of this in a safer zone. I'll put you in with it. Days like today, I wish I had a vacuum cleaner. Okay. And let's get this silk. This amazing, gorgeous Tessa silk. That stupid red thing. Ugh. A fake fiber. Okay. Now, let's get the big towel, which I have right over here. Yep, no doubt about it. I have to completely redo my studio if I'm going to work on anything bigger than a little vessel. There's just not enough room for everything here. Considering I have 1, 2, 3, 4 big things of paintbrushes taking up a bunch of room. I surely can do better. Okay, move. Water. Now, I did not put anything down on top of the silk yet. So I'm going to have to make a decision about that very shortly. What colors to use to nail this down? I guess it's going to have to be the lightest color, actually. Which is this? And a little bit. Perfect. This will do well for Halloween as well. Let's hope that disappears a little better. Next time I should try combing it in with some wool. The wool will get darker while it's wet, but when it lightens up, actually when it dries, it lightens up. So you have to be aware of that when you're putting a light color over black. I don't want the black to look all interfered with. second. We picked up a cloud here. Come back, cloud. And there's that stupid red again. Just go. Oh, hello, darling. I'm making a purse for every dress that I have that doesn't have pockets. So it'll be a perfect match. But it'll be unique enough where people may go, like they did the last time I went out with one of my new ones. Where did you get that beautiful purse? And then I can say, I didn't get it, I made it. I actually laid out the first three on my bed today to take pictures. And where did the tweezers go again? So did you finish your letter today? Or hit any one of your goals? And did Mother get out of bed today? Sounds like she gets a migraine after a fight. I'm hoping for that exactly, Charlie. I'm hoping for that exactly. Because I'm afraid I'm not allowed to sell my work. So that's the front of the purse. That's the back. More of a bag. Oh, good. And you did. Look at that. A successful day. By the way, it's not just making purses. I'm learning about the materials as I go. Today I used 2 new materials. This pumpkin color is viscose, which is made out of bamboo, and the black is silk. Well, wouldn't that be hilarious and an unforeseen turn of events? It would not bother me to make so much money. I don't need to worry about those kinds of arrangements. Of course, this is a crappy time of the world to be making something that would be high-end. But I'm not a production person. I've tried that, and I don't like it. It's like doing the gallery thing. It's like, now it's not for me and for pleasure. Now it's an obligation and an expense and hours spent doing things I don't enjoy. I'd rather design, make it, and if somebody wants that one, okay, we'll talk. But if they want me to make one for them or duplicate something I've already done, I don't see myself doing that. That's the big turn-off to art for me, when inspiration becomes manufacturing. It's like, no. So I've learned a few things today about handling these fibers by the mistakes I already made on this one. But that's how it goes. Let's see if I can roll this up. So what's for dinner? It's not pizza night, all right? I must need water. I'm licking my lips. Did you go for a walk today with Doggy? Ah, I did rice with chicken last night. Rice, chicken, oh, and corn. I don't do corn very often. Usually I just put a handful in my ramen. The soups, I like, you know, some color and texture, fiber. Oh, well, who'd walk the dog today? Your mother? Doesn't your dog come and get you? Like, hey, I'm here, don't forget about me. How about a walk? How about a cuddle? How about a squitch behind the ears? So what does your poor dog do? Just have to wait until somebody gets the whim to walk him? We walked our dogs 3 times a day. Oh, I did the middle of the day, except on weekends. Oh, I'm sure. He'll be fine. He doesn't have a heart personality. He doesn't really care about me. He's just a dog. Yes, I'm being a bitch. Yeah, it probably doesn't. But you took him out someone had to take him out so he could go to the bathroom. My God. You know, they gotta pee and poo. Unknown Connecticut number. I don't answer unknown numbers. If they're unknown, they need to text me and say, hey, I'm trying to call you. I know you don't use voicemail, so they don't know me well enough. And I hate walking in cold wind, although I do love the wind in my hair and my face. We had a beautiful wind the other night in my bedroom, so I stood in front of the window, enjoyed it for a while. Now look at all you picked up all that silk on this side where I don't need it. That's just a hair. The nightlight I made came out really nicely yesterday. Did you see it? With the leaves on it? I collapsed it so I can get it into an envelope to mail. And I realized I didn't have quite a large enough envelope, so now I've got to buy some envelopes. They're so annoying. Didn't see? Hold on, I need to get up and stretch my legs for a second anyway. You saw the first one, right? Stuffed. This was the first one, and I decided I didn't like it. Most of the design ended up on the bottom. So, it looks cool with a light in it, but it's not what I wanted. So, I did it again, and I made it more intense. That's the bottom. And the leaves that I made for my purse, I put a few of them on here. And they felted really nicely. Okay, I have to put the song on for a second. I'll be back in a minute.
really don't belong. I can't explain it. When I close my eyes, I see a strange reality. Am I dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? You wake up feeling like you really don't belong. You can't explain it, that when you close your eyes you see familiarity. Are you dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? Who will you be tomorrow? And what are you today?
That window I was just talking about picked up, and I heard things slapping around in the bedroom, so I had to go check that out. So, nothing broken. Okay. So, I didn't think about doing night lights until I realized that, all of these things, they're transparent, and when you make them especially cobwebby, more light comes through, and then you see all the patterns, and it looks really cool. So I put a light inside the first one I made, which at the time I was making it, actually I was thinking of it more like put a plant in there, just something. It matches my girlfriend's walls. She painted them periwinkle, so I wanted to give her something that's her favorite color. But I just didn't like it, and then I got the idea to do the leaves. It's like, Now I can see it in my head, and now we've got a better design. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the first one, because it's still kind of pretty, but I can't keep stuff I make because I have no place to put them. The purses, quite honestly, I can just put a push pin in the wall and hang it and take down a painting or two. And I'm good with that because my whole apartment has my art all over the walls now. So, you know, I could use a change of scenery. Move some things around. I have my fancy hats hanging on the wall and my not fancy hats hanging on the wall too. We don't have a lot of storage, you know. Okay, this is not felting because it's silk. But it sure is traveling. I will keep that in mind in the future, because one of the things on my list to make is a purse that is using some of the brown llama fur and the silky other threads. I have the brown viscose, the cocoa viscose, and I have 3 different shades, you know, all natural stuff, and I've got this really cool fancy synthetic yarn to add to it. So I've got all kinds of stuff ready to go, more in the natural vein. And to think that this all started with I need a way to repair that 100-year-old scarf. And I now have everything I need to do that. I just have to make sure I've got the room to do it. So we'll be working on a bunch of paintings tomorrow, so I can clear off some of the space here. And yeah, there's so much I want to do, but there's just not enough time in a day to do it all. Okay. Sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be. I'll be back tomorrow, probably around 3. Earlier if it can be. Exercise tomorrow morning, so after lunch I'll be back. I will go too. I hope you can stop by, at least to say hi. I'm gonna find all my little bits of wool and put them in their proper places before my suitcases arrive, which are supposed to be today. Let me give you my little and some peace. And everybody else who's out there in, you know, YouTube land, if you're not chit-chatting, then I'm going to go. And I'll be back tomorrow.